I'm Brandon Williams. I'm a last student at BYU. Well, this is my last year at BYU. And so I guess we're doing a tour. So I'll show you around the thing. So this is the BYU library, the Harold B. Lee Library. Once you come walking in through those main doors over there, you come walking down this way, and then you have a family-friendly study room. So if you have families and you have a kid they need to drop off, you can drop them off here. There's usually people working here. It's like a daycare, but not kind of like a daycare. It's just a place where they watch your children. So this is like the main floor. There's not really much to it other than just, it's a place for students to study and do their stuff. Mostly this is always just super busy with kids during the year. Those glass buildings are used for taking notes. And you just go and do your, your whatever thing. And right now it's obviously end of the year, so there's Christmas decorations everywhere. And then you have computers right over there that allow you to do other schoolwork, or you can do your other studies. They also have a writing lab over there that allows you to, so if you need help on an essay, you can get your research done. And the research is like really, really like a big deal here. And you can just do like crazy cool research stuff. And then down here is the reading room. So we'll go to the reading room. But this library is pretty much just open up to the public, really. Like, you don't have to be a student to go. You can have access to this. Just anyone can have access to it. It's a local library as well. And you can just chill and hang out. And so in here, I want to talk a lot more quieter because this is the quiet study area. You're not allowed to talk really, really loud because this is where it's all quiet. Even with the students gone, you still have to be quiet. So anyway, this is where most of the kids come to study. They all study right here and do their special work. I personally like these chairs. These chairs are comfortable. But so you have like all the books here. So like if kids want to come in and read like a bunch of nice books, or fantasy or history or whatever, they come here and they can just lounge around. Of course, you have computers for extra research work. And every college library has to have their stacks. Over there, you push a button and the stacks move, and you can pick whichever library book you need for research.
You want to show us that?
Sure. So you just go here and you just, I think this works. Yeah. I'm pretty sure most universities have one of these, but this is just like kind of the older ones, like the older version, so it's kind of neat. And then you walk down here and you can see old textbooks. So if there's any research that you need, you just walk up and down these hallways and you look for the specific thing. And here at the library, they'll teach you how to use this properly, and you can know exactly what to do. When you're reading a book, what's neat is you don't have to put it back in your same place. You just have to put it on a special shelf. Like something like this. It says return books here. You just lay the book down here, and then a library worker will put it back for you. So don't put the books back. Like if you're unsure, just put it on the shelf and you'll be fine. So if you go down here, there's just more some library study places. So you can hang out in these chairs. So if you really just want to have a nice quiet place to do your stuff, you can go here, because nobody really ever goes back here. Because, well, most people don't want to do research. Most people like to be engineers or accountants or software developers, because they want the big bucks. So, but people like me who are studying history, this is where we reside. And it's nice and quiet. You're away from people, so if you have a problem with people, just go here and you can hang out there. And for those that are wondering, like, oh, but this student has a beard. Well, I'm not in school right now, so I don't have to follow it, because BYU does have a strict honor code, which means you're not allowed to have beards. But because I'm out of school, I'm allowed to wear one. So, and of course, like every college, the famous desks, tables and lamps, like every college has. You've probably seen it in very many movies, where they sit down and they do their study like late nights. There's like the light and stuff. Nobody ever uses these because it's the 21st century and kids just like to use their laptops, so you rarely ever see people use this. But people do sit here still, and you can find people. And then that's the view outside. It's not much, because it's winter time here, but normally this is like really, really green in the summer and springtime, because there's all these trees. And so it looks like really, really pretty in the summertime, but since it's winter time, it doesn't look that great, but it's all right. And so if you ever need questions about the library, you just really just ask the main desk. They do free tours here too. I won't be able to show you guys everything because, well, then it'll be hours long. So it's best to just do things yourself so you can just get a feel. But this is like the basic stuff. Down here, you have, other classrooms. These get rented out to people. And so like during class, they'll be like, oh, meet for this review in 217-0Q. And you just go into a classroom and you talk about your notes or whatever for your exams. But over here they have these cool rooms. These rooms are just like personal study rooms where you can like just walk in here and just have a single use study room. It's not soundproof because you clear thing, but if you ever want to come here and do something, you totally can. Just right here. And this is basically this section of the library. This is the best place to go when you're in the middle of tests and you need like a nice place to relax and take a breather, because no one will talk to you at all, and everyone really just minds their business. So you can just come in here and just relax and do what you need to do. Because again, this is open to the public too. So, but if you don't want to be around students, then just show up when classes are in session. You have library administrative offices. This is where the ones that work with special collections and like the professors who are working like antiquities and stuff, they meet here and they discuss things. Who knows what, like, oh, what should we bring to the library? What should we not bring to the library? That kind of stuff. Bathrooms, statues over there, and just overall whatever. We'll actually first go down here, special collections. This is the most important room in the library because this has antiquity stuff, so like stuff dating to the BC era, or BCE if you're into that instead. So what's neat is all you do is you just go in here and you take a look at all of these old artifacts, these old books and stuff from history, relics. Like over here they have the Olympic torch. The Olympic torch used to light the thing in 2002 Winter Olympics here in Provo, because they did host half of the Olympics here. And have St. John's Bible, a replica, clearly, but printed, copied directly from it. And so, and it just talks about like, it looks like this is like a bird exhibit. They usually change things up a lot. looks like right now this is like the bird exhibit, but I don't actually know how long this has been here for. Maybe this is here always, but I've actually never been in this room, so. Yeah, so you just come down here, there's a main desk, and you just talk to them. You're like, hey, I want to look at Transcontinental Railroad journal entries. They're like, great, sure. And then they'll have you sit down, they'll have you like wear like sanitizer or like a special substance so you don't damage the pages, and they'll give you an actual book or like somebody's personal journal from that time period that you can flip through and read. And so for historians, since I do history, we get to use those as primary sources, which are really great because it strengthens our thesis so that we're able to, write a cohesive narrative. But yeah, so if you're into birds, this might be your place to go. So this, I actually don't know what this is for. Social sciences education, I assume it's for the social sciences. Again, I don't know every part of the library because this library is freaking huge. So just take a tour and you'll know exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure this is where you go. So like if you're taking a social sciences class, they have the social science books in here. So if you need something specific, you can go to here and then they'll help you find it. Rather than just having to go to like just the giant library and be like, hey, where's this? They're like, I don't know. You can just go specifically there because that's where they'll have that. This library's had various extensions on it. The most recent one's back in the 70s. So this library's very old. It's been around since, I don't know, early 1900s. They used to host it in a different building, but then they moved it here. But then over time, it's just gotten upgraded. So if you notice, there'll be newer places, newer, like, up-to-date stuff, and then older stuff, just because of the lab. But yeah. So this is I just don't know what this, this is the family, I think it is. There's like some cool things. So like again, this place is massive. So like, you can get lost in here very easily. And just more stacks and stacks and stacks of books. Things you need, kids stuff, and more emergency exit. And then we'll just find a way out of it. Again, you can get really lost in these places, so you kind of just stick to a program. The next thing I'll show you is the family history section, because Brigham Young University is really big on genealogy, so if you need to do family history work, you can do it here for free. They have access to all the entire databases. They constantly work with people to get personal journal entries of each of the eras. But of course, they've only recently just scratched the surface because, there's way too many records, so you'll just have to do your thing. You can also hang out down here. Most students don't really hang out down here because it's kind of where, because there's sound that echoes down. So like if you like a more like, not really like quiet, but not really too loud, this is a nice place for you to go because you'll still hear sounds, noises, but you also get, you know, comfort and stuff. So. And of course on BYU's website, you can actually find a nice virtual walk through the library too. So there's that. Science and engineering, the think tank, also known as where people just horse around and don't do much. My personal opinion, but they come with some cool ideas. Anthropology's in there, anatomy, all that stuff. So again, this is their science and engineering, so like, if you need a specific set of books, it's the place to go. So when you're ordering things, for like your semesters, more than likely they're probably drawing it from here. Yeah, I actually don't even remember where the Family Genealogy Center is, because again, I don't really. Library is actually very rarely where I go, other than to do my studies. But other than that, I don't like hang out here all the time because I do have, you know, a life. But you know, whatever. So we'll go up here and yeah, go check out the back side of the library here and do some rain here. So since we're here, the Research and Writing Center, like I was explaining before, that's where you go to, well, get writing help. They'll help you with your thesis, help with ideas, give you some sources, teach you the works, and you do everything that's fine. Man, I really want to know where the genealogy place is. I don't know where the genealogy library is, so yeah, we will go check that out. So that's the front desk.